Ladies and gentlemen, this is Premier Championship Wrestling PCW Fallout. I am Joe Dombrowski. Joining me at this time, Jay Worthington Farnsworth in for BC Steel this month. Jay Worth, thanks for joining us. Welcome back to Cleveland.
No problem. I was just about to welcome you back to Cleveland. I'm happy to be here, and I'd like to thank all of my fans for insisting that I come back.
It's never a happy mood when these two men walk into the room. 2/4, 1/2 of the culmination. That is Atticus Cogar, his brother Otis on the other side of the ring. And you notice around their necks, they have their trophy to brag about their conquest, their decimation, their obliteration of Dropkick Dave and Uppercut Ulysses, the cult heroes of PCW's tag team division. They've been walking around with those masks ever since they took out Dave and Ulysses back last February, and that's not been their only conquest. One of their past victims is going to look for revenge in just a second. Jay Worth, you notice the determination, the focus, and the intensity on the face of Nate Wings as he leads into battle, making his PCW debut. A man that calls himself the baddest man alive, Aaron Williams, and we're not wasting time.
Well, if he's gonna be the baddest man alive, he's gonna have to prove it right now. I like the fact that you took a look at those guys, the Cogar brothers, and the first thing that you saw was the masks around their neck. Of all the stuff to call out, that's what you see? Not the what looks like dead skin masks that they wore? Not the evil intentions? Not the fact that they look like they came from a soot factory? No, you saw wrestling masks?
Well, I'm seeing Nate Wings take to the air. It's fight and flight. Nate Wings is going to work as Nate Wings has come out really anticipating this matchup quite a bit. Haven't seen him in PCW in 4 months now, and Wings gonna fly. The tope and helo to the floor, and Aaron Williams watching his back, and it looks like Nate Wings has rediscovered his comfort zone here in PCW after having some extreme doubts over whether he'd be safe or whether he'd have a fair shake to get a chance to go with the culmination.
I need to point out, just because he hit a tope, that doesn't mean he's safe. I mean, are you looking at those guys? Whoa!
Oh, suplex, cross-body combination, nicely done. And Nate Wings takes out Otis as well. Wings and Williams have competed throughout Ohio, usually on the central and western side of the state. First time I can recall seeing them here in northeast Ohio, but certainly making an impression on the most intimidating tandem in PCW thus far, as Atticus with a spinning back kick able to connect. Knee strike as well.
I like the speed on these guys. Good snap to that kick. You can tell that they want to hurt someone.
Atticus, I think, wants to hurt himself. He seems smacking his own face there in anger over not getting the 3 count.
To be fair, he is the closest guy available to throw a punch to. So,
well, that may be true. Aaron Williams, one of the most respected names to compete primarily in Dayton and Cincinnati over the past decade plus. A lot of people call him the most underrated athlete in the state of Ohio in this generation.
He can have all the acclaim that you want to give him. It'll just make sure that they spell the name right when the Cogars dig his grave. Good Lord, these guys seem like they are intent on her. They just watch this. That's not to try and get a pin. That's not to get a submission. This is just to hurt him.
Yeah, measuring Williams first right to the sternum and then to the side of the head around the temple. And in comes the big boy, brother Otis in. And continuing that striking mentality, you got to believe, as Otis now for the cover finds 2. Aaron Williams just gets to the rope to break it. But you got to believe the culmination are in an even worse mood than usual, because their plan a month ago was to walk out with the PCW Championship. Gory tried to ruin the entire tournament, turn things upside down with the help of the culmination, the Cogars, and Remy LeVay. But it was not to be, as Jason Kincaid and, of course, ultimately Andrew Pallas had something to say about that. And It was the right thing to do, without a doubt, to give a fair shake to everybody involved, but I fear the consequences that everybody may have to withstand in the ring against the Culmination.
Yeah, I gotta say, I don't know that that's a group that I would look to anger or set in a bad mood or a worse mood. I don't know that they've ever really been in a good mood.
No, not at all. And we have seen Cornelius Crummels and Sonny Defarge make their way here to Premier Championship Wrestling, looking to settle a score on behalf of Dropkick Dave and Uppercut Ulysses. That's a story we'll be pursuing, and oh man, head first into the corner.
Again, just mean.
To Endo. Well, you don't expect a couple of gentlemen with what appear to be human flesh masks to be understanding individuals, do you?
No. And to be fair, I don't want to get that close to talk and just find out how understanding they are. I think that I understand what they're trying to say without having to really say a word to them.
Ooh. I've never seen a young man with as much pent-up rage as Atticus Cogar. This guy, his body shakes when he speaks. He's so impassioned, and he just has so much hatred against the rest of the world.
He can barely contain all that anger. Oof. Just a... Uh-oh.
Aaron trying to fight his way out of the corner. Atticus and Otis are trying to double team once again, but the baddest man alive... Oh! Atticus caught Aaron Williams, the victim of his own momentum, hook in the leg to get two.
I don't blame him for fighting when your options are fight or disappear. But still, it's a heck of a task in front of you to try and beat someone like the Cogars.
Without a doubt, Los Atticus Cogar just firing away. This guy is sick.
You think? Because, I mean, looking at him, I'm assuming, when he's not wrestling, he's a candy striker,
It can never be stated enough, honestly, though. I mean, the length these Cogars are capable of to inflict damage on another human being, and Aaron Williams is daring Atticus to hit him with the best he's got. Hey, Atticus is tough, he's intense, he's physical, but Aaron Williams has more body mass than him, so is it wise for Atticus to get into a slugfest with Aaron Williams, although it's working right now?
Well, now he doesn't have to worry about it. Because if there's a Cogar that should be doing a slugfest, well, he just stagged right in. And now he's just looked like a combination of choking and just digging the fingers into the jaw.
Yeah, I would say it's accurate. Atticus back in. Cogars can inflict so much pain, but in two unique ways based on their body type. Talk a little bit about that low center of gravity that Otis has and how that's to his advantage.
Well,
there's an exhibit for you.
There's a great example. It gives you a lot more mass and the ability to channel the mass, to essentially decide where it moves and how it moves. So that cannonball has a lot more effect, not just because of the weight, but because of the way he can control his center of gravity and hit how he wants to hit.
Notice the emphatic kick out a moment ago by Aaron Williams. He still has a lot of fight left in him, almost daring Otis and Atticus to hit him as hard as they can, but they don't need to be asked twice, trust me. I think Aaron Williams is showing a lot of boldness and a lot of brazenness to come in with a no-fear type attitude toward the Cogars, who, just when they walk into a room, you can sense the mood change.
Boldness and brazenness is another way of putting kind of dumb. I don't know that I would have such bravery. Yeah, when you pin that heart to your shoulder, it shows everyone where to punch, Joe. All this bravery, yeah, that and $3 will get you a cup of coffee.
Williams just spitting on Atticus Cogar, which is motivating Atticus to fire away. You know, Aaron Williams has been following the story of how the Cogars abused and tortured Nate Wings, and this has been personal for Aaron Williams, even though it's his first time meeting the Cogars, who just knocked Atticus down with a straight right.
Oh yeah, it was a darn good punch, I'll give him that. And now he's looking to get the tag to Wings.
And here comes Nate Wings, the individual that was so physically decimated by the Cogars, is now in his element in the ring, using the ring as an offensive weapon and a tag team partner on his own. The spring in, the knee strike, the forearms. Nate Wings is so quick. He is so special and so unique.
He's
what impact!
What impact? Right where? Probably right. I don't know that there's a place that's better to have your head shoved into Otis, but that's clearly not it. So,
check out Nate Wings. Springing in with a splash. This young man, 5 foot, 345 pounds, breaks out, all stops, hits you from all directions. Only a count of 2. And I think with a possible exception of a guy like Gory, Nate Wings the quickest. Oh, my God. Maybe was the quickest until a spine buster by Otis.
Right up until every bone in his body shattered, he was pretty quick. I'll give you that.
And there comes Aaron Williams, showing that veteran instinct to stay a step ahead of Big Otis. Wow, you could feel that impact.
Oh, nice kicks by Williams.
Williams has that martial arts background he likes to bring into play, and here comes Atticus, inverted DDT countered.
Didn't quite have the height to get that locked in the way he wanted. Williams countered it pretty easy. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Second time. Oh, rolls the dice with it. Atticus turns that into a modified neck breaker, and Wings there to bail his buddy out. Great tag team cohesion by Wings and Williams. They're there when the other needs them.
Just jumped over his partner and just a fast kick. Oof.
But there may be no substitution for the camaraderie of a brotherhood. Atticus and Otis. Atticus up with a knee. Man, this has been physical.
Yeah, well.
Oh, great height on the side kick by Wings.
After what the Cogers did, I doubted this was going to be a technical tour de force.
Not at all. I mean, you'd think on paper this would be advantage Cogers, but Wings and Williams are coming out with P and V. They're coming out with a lot of energy, and they're looking to avenge a lot of wrongdoing and mental anguish.
Pickles and vinegar?
Sure. This could be the end here. Nate Wings is headed to the top, and Williams is setting up Atticus. Double team here. Oh, wait a minute. That's Remy LeVay. That's another culmination member. There's that sickening black mist. That mist that, whatever that secret is, Remy learned from Gory, who in turn learned from Crimson some years ago. And you speak of a color change. Here comes the pitch black forecast.
Ooh. And I think you can probably count the 600 there.
The Cogers overcome Nate Wings again. And Remy LeVay back out here now that the matchup is over, and it's another numbers game for the culmination. A 3-on-1 beatdown on Nate Wings, very reminiscent of what drove Nate Wings out of this company for a number of months.
Well, if Wings wanted to feel safe, he came to the wrong place. As long as teams like the Cogers are still here, and the culmination can do this, there's no such thing as a safe port, Joe.
Aaron Williams is blinded. He can't see. He's covered in that disgusting substance. And another pitch black forecast. You got to fight, Nate. Nate fighting for his PCW career here. And Atticus jumps on him again. This is completely out of line. They won the matchup. What more do they need?
Go ahead and ask them. Go find out what their motivation is. I'll guarantee you're better off now not knowing. Whatever answer comes out of them won't be...
Oh, wait a minute. Here comes Cornelius Crumbles and Sonny DeFarge. They showed up last month looking to talk to me about the Cobras. They wanted a shot to get retribution for dropkick and uppercut. And notice Sonny DeFarge is holding the same crutch that was broken across the body of, I believe, uppercut Ulysses. There's some symbolism.
Gee, yeah, boy, he's a tall fella. I like the bowler.
Well, there are a couple of traveling salesmen by trade outside of the ring, but here they're trying to sell pain and punishment because they want a shot at Atticus and Otis Cogar, and they had the backs of Nate Wings and Aaron Williams. The culmination has made a lot of enemies, Jay Worth, and it looks like numbers may be starting to mount against them.
Yeah, well, you're not going to beat the culmination by just being one brave little man who shows up. Doesn't matter how much heart you have, it just gives them more to bite into.
We hope that Aaron Williams is going to be okay, and we hope that there will be another day for all four of these men to have a shot at the culmination as things roll on here at Premier Champs Wrestling. Nate Wings still has that energy, still has that focus. He is back, he is determined, and he's still got the Cogers in his crosshairs, as do Crumbles and DeFarge, and certainly Aaron Williams as well.